Voice of Turkey. This is the Voice of Turkey's English language transmission, broadcasting from Ankara in the 49-meter band between 1930 and 2030 UTC on 6050 kHz to Europe, between 2130 and 2230 UTC in the 31-meter band on 9610 kHz to South Asia and Australia, between 2300 and 0000 UTC in the 49-meter band and on 5960 kHz to Europe, Eastern USA and Canada, and in the 31-meter band on 9660 kHz between 1730 and 1830 UTC to Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan. The Voice of Turkey is also beamed between 0400 and 0500 UTC in the 49-meter band and on 6125 kHz to Europe, the USA, Eastern Canada and Cuba, between 0400 and 0500 UTC in the 41-meter band on 7240 kHz to Iraq, Syria, Iran and the Arabian Peninsula. You can listen to us over the Turksat 3A and 4A satellites and on the internet at www.trt.net.tr through the Voice of Turkey link. Please note that transmissions broadcast between trt.net.tr.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. This is Halil Ibrahim Sarıkaya from Voice of Turkey. Today, 25th of February 2021. You are listening to the news. Turkey to roll out announce a human rights action plan next week and an economic reform package in 2 weeks, the nation's president said on Wednesday. Next Tuesday, we will share the human rights action plan prepared in line with the expectations of all segments, Recep Tayyip Erdogan told his Justice and Development Party's Provincial Congress in Istanbul. Also in 2 weeks, the country will reveal an economic reform package, Erdogan added. I hope we will reveal our determination to grow our country once again by announcing our economic reform package, he stressed. Death toll in Egypt from boat accident climbs to 14. A rescue team recovered the body of a 16-year-old girl from the site where a fishing boat capsized in northern Egypt, taking the death toll from the accident to 14, local media reported Wednesday. The boat, which was carrying 20 people including women and children, capsized Monday night in a Lake Marriott, located west of the city of Alexandria, the Egyptian daily newspaper Al Ahram reported. Authorities previously said the number of deaths was 12 and that 7 people were reported to be missing. It was not immediately clear what caused the accident, but local media reports suggested that most of the boats on the lake operate without license. A preliminary assessment indicated that the people on board were from the same family. The Al Watan newspaper quoted Alexandria's Governor Mohammed Al-Sharif as saying on Tuesday. Perpetrators of Khojaly genocide should be punished. The perpetrators of a 1992 massacre by Armenian forces in the town of Khojaly in Nagorno-Karabakh, which left over 600 people dead, should be punished, the head of World Azerbaijani Congress said Wednesday. Asif Kurman said in a statement that Armenian armed forces, terrorist groups and the 366th Motorized Rifle Regiment of the Soviet Army commitment and unprecedented genocide against civilians by violating all international legal norms and human rights. Kurban said 613 people were killed and 87 were left disabled. The images that were taken at the time and the stories of the survivors of the massacre show that there was a real genocide in Khojaly. Also, a document presented by 30 members of the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe, signed on April 26, 2001. The report prepared by the Memorial Human Rights Organization on Khojaly and the reply letter on Human Rights Organization President Holly Kartner to the Armenian representative in 1997 prove that the Armenian commitment genocide in Khojaly, he added, underlining that the parliaments of the 15 countries and 16 state assemblies in the US recognize the genocide. He called on all parliaments to do the same. The modern world of the 21st century is still silent and ignoring the Khojaly massacre, he said, adding Armenia violated its obligation to prevent genocide and the action of its perpetrators since it had effective control over those who carried out actions on Khojaly. As the World Azerbaijani Congress, we consider what was done in Khojaly a violation of many conventions, such as the 1949 Geneva Conventions, the UN Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide, it said. Holocaust survivors urge UK to act on Uyghur genocide. Holocaust survivors have urged the UK to denounce genocide against Uyghurs in the Xinjiang Autonomous Region in China. Survivors Ruth Barnett and Dorrit Oliver Wolff sent a letter Tuesday to British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, inviting him to a meeting to discuss China's treatment of the Uyghurs ahead of a vote in the House of Commons on genocide amendment. Barnett and Wolff said they know the trauma of genocide as survivors of the Holocaust. We are deeply concerned that the UK is not doing enough list. The genocide against the Uyghurs worsens, they wrote. Any considerable person cannot ignore that the Uyghurs in Xinjiang and the other groups are facing genocide. We are watching one of the most crimes in the unfolding before our eyes. Survivors criticize the UK government for not doing enough to prevent and punish genocide. Trade is not worth the price of people. We simply cannot stand by when others remain silent, they wrote, urging Johnson to meet to discuss the issue. Turkey economic confidence stands at 95.8 in February. Confidence in the Turkish economy in February stood at 95.8, down 0.5% from 96.2 in January, the country's tactical authority announced on Tuesday. The monthly fall was driven by, in the real sector, manufacturing, industry, service, and the construction confidence indices, Turksat said. Service sector confidence posted the largest decline in the same period, down 1.4%, while construction and real sector confidence slipped by 1.3% and 0.3% respectively. On the other hand, this February, consumers' confidence climbed 1.5%, while the real sector posted a 0.4% rise compared to the last month. And that was the news brought to you by the Voice of Turkey.